All right, y'all. This word is going to be titled Vashti. Vashti, however you say it. But somebody is about to experience a public fall from grace. And this is a timely message. Like when I say God has been on me about releasing this, like I literally got off work and I've been here working on this. So I'm going to be all over the place, but the word is not all over the place. I need to use my laptop and, my Bible. But let's get right into it. I don't want to delay. So I am going to use my laptop to read some lyrics here in a moment, but we're going to start with Acts chapter 5 and 39. And we're going to start at verse 38, which reads, "Therefore, in the present case, I advise you, leave these men alone. Let them go. For if their purpose or activity is of human origin, it will fail. But if it is from God, you will not be able to stop these men. You will only find yourselves fighting against God." Somebody has been fighting against God, and they thought they were fighting you, and they thought they were coming in between your kingdom marriage, but they were actually fighting God. Because nothing can stop what God has planned, y'all. Nothing can stop what God has planned. And so what the Lord was showing me, He gave me the number 3346 in Strong Concordance, and when I looked it up, it means two things, one of which is put in place of the other. To fall away or desert from one person to another. Somebody is about to get out of your spot. You're getting put in the place of another person. And it don't matter what it looked like at this time. Somebody is getting ready to desert somebody to come towards you. So if your person is with a counterfeit, regardless of the counterfeit, it could be a family member, it doesn't even matter. Whatever the counterfeit they've had, they're getting ready to desert, and they're going to come to their rightful place. Somebody is coming forward to speak, and they're humbling themselves to ask for help because they need your help with something. I'm not sure what that is. You will have to seek God about that. But this person has been carrying a load, and it's like weighing on them. Now, what that load is will be different for everybody. For a lot of y'all, it's something they need to say to you that they have not been saying. But this person is ready to mate with you for life. He gave me the song "Love Me Like You Do" by Ellie Goulding, which is actually one of my wedding songs. So I was like, okay, Lord. He wants you to go without eating. He wants you to fast. So seek him on that. But I was here in a 3-day fast, okay? This is a situation where the individual is pressed, they're urged to take a particular action, often with, a sense of insistence or compulsion, okay? And the definition of compulsion means the action or state of forcing or being forced to do something, constraint. So God has got this person constrained. They're in a position where he's forcing them to speak, to take action. Another definition for compulsion was an irresistible urge to behave a certain way, especially against one's conscious wishes. So even though in their mind they're dealing with fear and they're fighting it and they don't necessarily want to do this, God is pushing them, placing them in a constraint, in a position to where they have no choice but to obey. And you have been experiencing that as well when it comes to your ministry, your calling. God has put you in a position to where you have no choice but to walk in your calling and to obey him. So in that same sense, now that you've done that, your spouse is beginning to mirror. Both of y'all hearts will come together and you will be as one. Like y'all are going to be so connected, y'all. Two will become one flesh. And as y'all come together, y'all will ascend and you will go up and you will rise spiritually. So the song that I'm going to read the lyrics to, the other song I was talking about, "Love Me Like You Do," I'm going to link that in the description box. I'm not going to read the lyrics to that today. Just give me a moment to get those lyrics pulled up on my computer. Y'all just bear with me one moment. I'm trying to get these lyrics pulled up. And then after I read the lyrics, I'm gonna give an explanation that kind of explains what the song means. And then I will go on with the last part of the message, and we're gonna go ahead and close it out. Because I also have another message that needs to be put out. And God is not playing. It's like it's a sense of urgency. I don't know if y'all been feeling like the shifts in the spiritual realm, but it's a sense of urgency right now, y'all. Yeah, you might be not sleeping very well lately, and that's how you know this is for you. And it's not like you're weighed down with like oppression, or like it's not like it's spiritual why you're not sleeping, or why you're having a hard time sleeping, or why you keep waking up. But it's not like something that's like demonic. It's actually God that's stirring your spirit, and y'all are both experiencing the same thing. Like your sleep patterns have been kind of off. Let me get into these lyrics, y'all, and then after I read the lyrics, I'm gonna give y'all the explanation of like what the song means, because I was like, oh my gosh. The song is called Stay by Loeb, and I hope I said that right. It was actually made in 1994, which is the year I was born. So this is actually a really old song. The lyrics read, you say I only hear what I want to. You say I talk so all the time. So, and I thought what I felt was simple. And I thought that I don't belong. And now that I'm leaving, now I know that I did something wrong. So this person thought it was real simple, that they didn't belong to you. And it took them leaving you to realize that they did something wrong. And it says, because I miss you. Yeah, I miss you. And you say I only hear what I want to. And so this person really literally could have had selective hearing. Like you could have said one thing and they heard something completely different. And it was a often occurrence between y'all. And that was one of their issues. And you say I only hear what I want to. I don't listen hard. Don't pay attention to the distance that you're running to anyone anywhere. So you felt like you weren't seeing the effort that you were putting in. They didn't see it. They didn't see how far you were going and how much you were putting in compared to what they were actually putting in. To anyone anywhere, I don't understand if you really care. I'm only hearing negative. No, bad. I'm bad. My video cut off, and y'all already know what that is, but we're going to keep going. So basically what she was saying was, they didn't really think that you cared about them. And they only heard negative. Like, they only heard negative things about you. When they would go to other people for advice, they would only receive negative advice. And they would technically only hear the bad things that you were saying. And it reads, and so I turned the radio on. I turned the radio up. And this woman was singing my song. So it's like when you're thinking about that situation, like like a breakup that plays in your mind, and then you just like, whatever, I don't want to hear this, and you cut the radio on, and it just so happens that the song that comes on is literally describing your exact story and exactly what you're going through. And both of you guys have been experiencing that lately. Like, your kingdom spouse has heard a song that reminded them of y'all's situation lately, and you probably have too. And it's just like in the song by Mariah Carey, We Belong Together, which God has been bringing that to a lot. That's a whole nother word. But when she said, she had to turn the radio on to try to get him off her mind. But Bobby Womack was on the radio saying, if you think you're lonely now. So it was like, you try to turn on the music to kind of like release and try to get away from what you're feeling, but then the song that comes on ends up being exactly what you're going through. And it makes you just get deeper in your feelings, honestly. So that's probably what your person's going through, and you as well. So it says, lovers in love and the others run away. Lover is crying because the other won't stay. Some of us hover when we weep for the other. So you were in love and the person ran away, and then you might have cried because they wouldn't stay. So at that, when y'all separated, you probably hovered and you were trying to get it back and fix it. And it made you really sad. Like this breakup, this separation has been really, 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 really hard for you. But little do you know, it's actually been just as hard for your kingdom spouse. You just weren't aware of, because maybe they haven't spoke to you about um, their feelings and how they felt when y'all separated. For some of y'all have got a little bit of something. For some of y'all, you do know how they feel, but for the majority of y'all, you don't. You got a little bit, and like they've told you that they miss you and that they made a mistake, but they haven't really just came back and corrected it. And that's what's getting ready to take place. Where was I? It says some of us hover when we weep for the other, who was dying since the day they were born. And that's deep. If you know, you know what that line meant, you know. Well, this is not that. I think that I'm throwing, but I'm thrown. And I thought I'd live forever, but now I'm not so sure. You try to tell me that I'm clever, but that won't take me anyhow or anywhere with you. You said that I was naive, and I thought that I was strong. I thought, hey, I can leave. Oh, but now I know that I was wrong. So, this person, you might have told this person they were making a dumb decision and they thought that they were strong to walk away from you, because it honestly took a lot for this person to walk away from you. They genuinely had a soft spot and a lot of love for you, but it could have been like a lot of cultural and a family like upbringing and things like that that affected the decision that they made. Maybe their family was saying, negative things about you, or that you weren't the one for them, or maybe their family wanted them to be with somebody else. You will know, pertaining to your situation, some of y'all may not know. This person might have just kind of ghosted you, which is not okay. But yeah, they thought that they were strong to leave you. They were like happy to leave at first. They thought that they were going to be relieved. But then they started to realize that they were wrong, and they started to think about how good they had it with you. And it says, because I missed you. Yeah, I missed you. So they thought they were going to be happy when they left you, but they really missed you more than they ever thought they would. You said you caught me because you want me, and one day you'd let me go. You try to give away a keeper, but keep me because you know. You're just scared to lose. And you say, stay. And you say, I only hear what I want to. So basically, what this means is, like, you wanted this person, and then one day you kind of like decided to let them go because they had already been gone, and it's just like you kind of gave up. But this person feels like they're a keeper, and that you're gonna keep them, and that you don't want to lose them, is how they feel, because this is not a bad person, you guys. Your kingdom spouse is not a bad person. They're actually a really good person. They're actually God's choice for you. Y'all, my video cut off again, but like I was saying, this person knows that they're the one for you. That's my stomach growling, y'all. I had fasted today, and I literally ate a little something when I got off work, and I'm starving. But this person knows that they're the one for you. Now I'm gonna try to hurry up and get through this before my camera cuts off again, y'all. But I wanted to give the meaning of the song. Say I Missed You by Lisa Loeb is a breakup song, but not in the traditional sense of ending a relationship with a lover. The song's meaning delves deeper into the internal struggle and self-reflection a person experiences during a difficult time, particularly when they realize they may have been more self-absorbed than they realized. So this person is starting to realize, like, they're self-reflecting. They've been going through difficult times, and they realize they were more self-absorbed than they thought they were. They're realizing their own shortcomings, how they might have been focusing too much on their own feelings and not paying attention to your needs and feelings at all, really. They're realizing that loneliness is more common than they think, and that they need to move past their self-centeredness to truly be able to connect with other people. Let me see here. So it says, I turned the radio up, and this woman was singing my song. captures a moment when someone finds their feelings echoed in music, even if it's a familiar and seemingly cliche song. And that's the difference. When you're not going through a breakup or a heartbreak and you hear those songs, it sounds so cliche and the words sound so simple. But when you are actually heartbroken and going through that breakup and you hear those words, it seems so simple, but it's literally that's it, because that's exactly what you're experiencing and going through. So you might have found a song that you ran into lately that wasn't really that complex to understand. It had very simple words, but it described your story to a T. Now, this is what I wanted to read. And then after that, I'm going to close this one out. Okay, so this is just an interpretation that somebody on Google gave of the song. This is not, the person that wrote the song did give a breakdown of what the song meant. It was pretty good, but this is what I wanted to read. Give me one moment. It says, for all of you who think that this song is about a guy who is treating a girl badly, you're only hearing what you want to and focusing on the negative. It's obvious that she is saying she was wrong and he was right. He treated her very well, but it obviously wasn't good enough for her because she was only focused on the negative. He told her this and she wouldn't listen. She thought he was wrong. But when they break up, she realizes how good she had it before and that she really was just focused on the negative and was very lucky to have him. This is not a song about a girl who was oppressed, but a song about a girl who was humbled by the realization that she was wrong and she should have listened. So they're looking at things from a different point of view now. And just flip it if you're not a female that was wrong in the situation with your kingdom spouse. Just flip it however it fits for you, okay? Because I'm going to be speaking to men and women on this channel. This is a Kingdom Marriage channel, but I will have men on my channel. So, and women. So, you know. But basically that's where this person is. That your spouse has come to the end of themselves, y'all. I mean, it's not long. It's not much longer at all. And the next word that I give y'all will completely understand like what I mean. It's gonna happen real fast, y'all. And so, as I was saying, like the public fall from grace for this counterfeit is getting ready. Like God is breaking a bond between two people right now, and it's manifest. It's gonna be made manifest. It's gonna be visible. You're gonna be able to understand, and it's gonna manifest openly. So this is gonna be a public fall from grace, a public breakup. Like everybody's gonna know that these people no longer go together, that they no longer deal with one another. It's not, you ain't gonna have to question, worry, wonder, nothing. You're gonna be able to understand that is a done deal. This breakup is gonna come as a refreshment or a relief from some heat that your person has been under, because as you know in the beginning I said they've been carrying a load. So this breakup is actually gonna be a relief for them. And then when y'all come back together, it's going to be unceasing. It's going to be without intermission. There's not going to be any more interruptions in y'all's connection. So something that continues without interruption, like your unceasing prayers. And that is what's bringing it home for you, and what's going to keep your connection going without, and it continues without any interruptions. It's because your prayers have continued without being interrupted. You have not ceased in your praying. You have been praying, and you've been praying unceasing prayers, like you haven't gave up. And for some of y'all, and this is very important, recently God gave you a new gift, and that's another way you'll know this is for you. You figured out that you have a new gift, and so rejoice, y'all. Rejoice, 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 because nothing can stop what God has planned, y'all. That was the message. Pray for your partner and make sure that your heart posture is correct when they come towards you. Don't be nasty. I've been telling y'all that. Y'all get ready. Love is coming. Grow with me. I'll grow with you in Christ. Peace.